Yeah, good morning. The next experiment in basic simulation lab, that is Fourier transform of a given signal. Here, the Fourier transform of a given signal, how we are finding the Fourier transform of a given signal. Now, a technique now I am using here, that is the fast Fourier transform technique now I am using. Here actually, how we are finding the Fourier transform, there are two types of the signals are there, analog signal and the discrete signals. For the analog signals, how we are finding the Fourier transform by using continuous time Fourier transform, or else that is directly, that is the Fourier transform. For the discrete time for the discrete time signals, how we are finding the Fourier transform of a given signal, discrete signal, by using discrete time Fourier transform, okay na, DFT, or else that is discrete time Fourier transform, discrete time Fourier transform, DTFT. Okay. Now here in this Fourier transform, finally here what, how we are finding the frequency response of the signal. How we are finding the frequency response of the signal in this experiment. Now I'm finding the given signal frequency response. Okay, frequency response is in the form of a, that is not how we are finding the frequency response. First of all, now I'm giving one any signal. Suppose now I'm giving here a cosine signal. Okay now, that signal now I want to find that frequency response. Frequency response nothing but that is in the form of a magnitude response as well as the phase response. Okay, now for the cosine signal, now I'm finding here in this experiment, now I'm finding magnitude as well as phase response. Okay, now for the cosine signal, the method now I'm selecting to find the discrete time Fourier transform, that is fast Fourier transform technique, that is FFT, fast Fourier transform. Now I am using in this, actually in fast Fourier transform technique. Now there are the two algorithms are there, decimation in time algorithm, decimation in frequency algorithm, to find the given digital discrete signals. Okay, now here, now I'm finding the method, now I'm using fast to Fourier transform method. First of all, for this CLC, clear this window, we are using this CLC, and now that x is equal, now I'm giving one signal, that is 1 2 3 4. This is what is this is the given signal, this is a given signal. Okay, after that y is equal, now I perform fast Fourier transform for this signal, this x of t, a fast Fourier transform of x comma minus 1. Minus 1 means that is the meaning of whatever that fast Fourier transform output is there, that is minus of 1. Now fast Fourier transform, printf, that means fast Fourier transform of the sequence, and display what is the output we are getting here, the output of here we are display here. With this we are getting some output of fast Fourier transform. The syntax we are using for the fast Fourier transform, FFT of whatever the signal is there, that signal. Okay, now CLC and clear all. Now I am generating one signal. Now I am generating one signal. What is the signal? First signal here. Uh, yeah. Next I am generating here. What is that one signal? The sampling frequency, the F is, that is the frequency, and Fs is, that is the sampling frequency. Okay na? Sampling frequency, number of the points are 1000 points. Here the frequency, here now I am giving here 100. Now t, that is sampling time. The sampling time is, that is nothing but 1 by Fs. Here 1 by 1000. Now number of the discrete points, number of the points now I am taking here 1020, that means 1024. Number of the n means these are number of the samples, number of the points, discrete points, number of the points here. Okay, now n is equal, now here to perform the fast Fourier transform, now we have to mention that n means this is number of the samples, n means this is the time period. The time period, what is this time period? N is equal from 0 to n minus of 1, from 0 to, from here this is 1024 into, that is sampling period, into sampling period, that is n. Okay na, x is equal, from this now I am generating here what is the signal type, that is what is that our actual formula is what is that 0.8 whatever the here that amplitude whatever the value here 0.8 into cos into 2 pi f t, okay na, ft 2 pi ft. Here instead of now I am taking here the signal is in the form of a discrete, that's why the time is n. Now I can place here the time is n. Cos of 2 pi 2 into pi into f, that is the frequency into n. Okay, now we can plot this figure to get this cosine signal. Now we require the figure syntax. Now plot of n comma x. Now that is plot of n comma x. What is this n? Here this is n, that is the time axis. X means this is that is cosine signal, that is means 0.8 into cos of 2 pi into f into n, that cosine signal. Okay, now to get this output in the MATLAB underscore mtlb underscore axis is in the form of a discrete is in the MATLAB axis. Here from 0 to 0.05 and this is x axis. Now from -1 to 1 this is nothing but this is y axis. Title is, what is this title? Cosine signal of the frequency. Cosine signal. X label is time and x label is time and y label is x of n. X of n. What is this x of n actually? Here the x of n means this one into this one. X of n. Time. Okay, y label is x of n. Now to get that fast Fourier transform output, now we require x of k. X of k means mtlb underscore of the syntax. Now I am writing here mtlb underscore fast Fourier transform of x comma n. Fast Fourier transform of x comma n. Now k is equal 0 to n minus of 1. Now we will get this figure. And x magnitude, here what is this frequency response is in the form of, now I am generating this cosine signal first. For this cosine signal, the first signal now I am generating, first one is magnitude signal as well as the phase signal. Okay na? For this to get the magnitude, x of magnitude is, that is nothing but mod of, that means absolute value of this x of k. MATLAB, now we are performing here fast Fourier transform operation. That output now I am applying here absolute value x of k. Now from this subplot of 2 comma 1 comma 1, here at the first location we have to display this magnitude. Plot of x comma and x magnitude, k comma and x magnitude. Here we have to plot this, what is this magnitude signal. Title, magnitude of the Fourier transform. X label is the frequency of k and y label is magnitude. Same to get that output of phase response. Subplot of 2 comma 1 comma 2, second position we have to plot the, what is this phase response. At the plot of k comma a of tan inverse of imaginary of x of k, this is imaginary comma real comma x of k, tan inverse of b by a. Okay na, a tan means tan inverse of a tan, that means tan inverse of imaginary of x of k comma real of x of k. Title, phase of Fourier transform. Here x label is frequency index of k and y label is phase. Now this is a program to get the output for a given any signal fast Fourier transform. Now I am save and execute this program. Here these are outputs we are getting here. Wait. Yeah, this is output. Now we are giving, what is this? This is we are first of all we are generating this cosine signal. What is the range of the cosine signal? From 0.0 to 0.05, and that amplitude of the cosine signal from -1 to 1. Okay na, -1 to 1. For this cosine signal, after we are generating this cosine signal, now we have to find this for this cosine signal magnitude response as well as the frequency response. How we are finding the magnitude and the frequency response? By using this. Yeah, this is magnitude response and this is frequency response. In this magnitude response, here magnitude is from 100 only we are getting. Here the maximum amplitude at where 300. At 900 we are getting maximum amplitude, and this is the phase response for this cosine signal by using fast Fourier transform method only.